on the Fox 35 Money Watch. The deadline to file your federal taxes, it's tomorrow. Joe Bert is here from Certified Financial Group with some last-minute tips for you. And I have a feeling right now there are a bunch of people running to their computer and checking their calendar.
Got about 38 hours and 45 minutes.
There you go. All right, so let's dive right into these tips. First of all, IRA contributions. What do you need to know?
Well, this is something that you don't want to miss. You got up until April 15th to get that money in, and it's got to be deposited. So on your way to the post office, you want to make that deposit. Be sure it's done, because that's one of the best tax breaks you can get. $5,000 if you're under the age of 50, $6,000 if you're over the age of 50. And of course, if you're participating in a retirement plan at work, you got to be sure it's tax deductible. But you can still do a non-deductible IRA, and saving for retirement is something you need to do.
Okay. HSA contributions. Is this a health savings account?
Health savings account. If you've got a high deductible plan at work, have a health savings account. If you're single, you can put about $3,000, $3,100 in it, about $6,200 if you're married, and if you're over the age of 55, you can put an extra $2,000 in, and that pays for everything, Tom. It pays for your deductibles, it pays for your eyeglasses, it pays for hearing aids, pays for pharmacy, all kinds of stuff. If you don't use it, big mistake.
Yeah, our family's using it for the first time this year. Education tax breaks.
Yeah, the Education Opportunity Credit, $2,500. If you've got kids in school, take a look at this, because a tax credit, as we've said before, is a direct dollar-for-dollar reduction of any tax that you own. Google that, Education Opportunity Credit. It's a great credit.
All right, charitable deductions. Got to be very careful about this, but they're good for you.
Oh, right? Yeah, all that stuff we give away all year long, Goodwill, all that stuff. Be sure you've thought about it, you have the receipts to do it, and take them.
Medical expenses?
Medical expenses are only deductible to the extent of 7.5% of your what's called your adjusted gross income, but keep track of those things. You know, it's the deductible piece that you have to pay, dental stuff, all that stuff adds up over the course of a year, and it might be deductible.
All right, here's a good one.
All right. Danger:
capital gains and capital losses.
Well, yeah, you're entitled to take a capital loss. If you've had a loss in some of your investments, you can offset it against your gains. And then if you don't have enough gains to use up all the losses, you can carry those forward to the tune of about $3,000 every year.
Extensions. Here's another one that people like talking about. I don't think they really truly understand them, though.
Well, it's the old Form 4868. If you can't get your taxes done, go to irs.gov. Form 4868 allows you to get an automatic 6-month extension, but you need to pay the taxes that are due, because if you don't, the penalties are there. And by all means, please file, because if you don't file, the penalty is 5% per month on the taxes that are due, up to 25%.
And that's the part I think a lot of people misunderstand, is they think if they file an extension that it gets them out of paying right now, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. You need to pay the taxes that are due to avoid that onerous penalty.
And finally, check your return and check it again.
Yeah, because if you made the mistake, you're going to get that letter from the IRS. And once you get that letter, you never know where it's going to lead. So double check your math.
Yeah, and a simple mistake on your return that is not meant with malice could end up having an IRS agent come audit you, right?
Be sure you have the W-2s, the 1099s, because the IRS gets copies of that. If you don't acknowledge it, they're going to come after you.
All right, Joe Bert from Certified Financial. Thanks.
38 hours and 40 minutes now.
Yeah, there you go. All right, coming up.